So hello everyone, and welcome to yet another presentation here at the Grand Island Summer Fair. Hope you're all enjoying it so far. In this particular session, Dr Magdalena Wislocka, Head of EURAXESS, is going to talk about graduate and researcher jobs in Ireland and across Europe as well. So as with all other sessions, you can ask questions using the chat box and upvote questions you'd like to see answered as well to the right of the screen. And depending on how much time is left at the end, we'll put as many of them to Magdalena as possible. So now I'm going to hand you over to Dr Wislocka to take you through her presentation.
Thank you very much for having me today for this wonderful Grand Island event. So let me share my slides with you. So I'm Magda Wislocka, and I am a head of EURAXESS Ireland, which is the institution linked directly to European Commission IDEA. And EURAXESS is present in 42 countries, so we are not unique. We have our bridgehead main office in Dublin, but our colleagues in other countries have a lot of different service centers in various research institutions across their countries. So in total, we have 600 EURAXESS centers in Europe. We have a fantastic job website which offers job opportunities and funding opportunities to researchers at various career stages. And also this is a free platform for any employers, including universities and research active institutions, and also business institutions and industrial institutions employing researchers. We also offer funding offers, so whatever funding and money is available for research, you can find this information on EURAXESS. EURAXESS is also actively involved in providing career service to researchers at various stages of their careers. EURAXESS Ireland is hosted by Irish Universities Association in Dublin. And our job is to provide assistance and help to researchers and their family members on various issues related to practical life in Ireland. So administrative issues, working matters, residency matters, language, accommodation, medical issues, etc. And our primary expertise is in immigration matters, work permits, and permissions to reside, to stay in Ireland for visitors from non-EU countries. EURAXESS Ireland network consists of various active contact points based on 8 Irish universities. Also, we are actively collaborating with technological institutes in Ireland and also other research active institutions, including business and industrial institutions like IBM, for example. This is one of the biggest institutions, and small institutions employing researchers. So we have a broad experience. From the website, you can see our, the universities with whom we collaborate on a daily basis. So what we can do for you, obviously EURAXESS Ireland is operating via website. We have a EURAXESS website, EURAXESS Ireland website, which you can find online. And we on this website you can see various options. The most popular section would be jobs and funding. So this is the section where you can find jobs vacancies available to you, to all, to graduates, even for students and for experienced researchers in Ireland and also in other European countries and beyond Europe. And we can also offer to you career development and advice in various countries, including Ireland. And this section is devoted to information and assistance. So as you see, is broken into sections: living in Ireland, working in Ireland, and also going abroad. So if you need information on any of these very important issues, like, for example, accommodation, banking, health medical card, transport, or entry conditions, visas, social welfare, you can find this up-to-date information on our website. Also from EURAXESS Ireland website, you can visit and you can link to the websites in other countries. So jobs, as I mentioned, this is our primary activity. We can offer you a lot of vacancies, obviously not in EURAXESS, but in other institutions employed researchers. We can help you with your career. We can give you information about any practical issues in Ireland and other countries you plan to visit. And as I mentioned before, we are expert in immigration schemes for non-EU researchers and other qualified experts in Ireland. So starting from the job website, the best way of using it is obviously by logging to the website. You can log in for free, and when you are on the actual website, you can see options of finding any job offer. So we have at the moment over 8,000 job offers. So you can look by research field, you can look by research profile, by sector, country, or also European program. So this is something which shows you who is actually funding the particular research option. For example, here we have Marie Curie Action. So this is European funding. So a research, there is an experienced researcher needed, and this position is founded by European scheme Marie Curie Skłodowska Actions, which I'm going to mention at the end of my talk, and the job is in Belgium. So this is how it works. Here is the link, which also you can use to go on the website. As you can see, when you open your job offer, there is a very detailed description of your offer. You can see everything you need. If the job suits you, how to apply, who to contact, and there is also a little map positioning the location of your employer. So that's really very well managed website. It's for free, but it doesn't mean it's free. It's well founded and supported by European Commission, but it's free for the users, for you looking for jobs, and also for institutions uploading jobs on this website. So we are trying to actually promote the activity in various countries to make sure people are using it and uploading our interesting jobs on the website. Here also, if you explore the job portal, you will see various logos beside different positions. Like here, I would, for example, is the Human Resources Excellence in Research Award, which is marked like this. So if you look a symbol like that, you can be sure that the institution offering the job is fantastic, is performing very well, and in research, in excellence, in recruitment. So you are in good hands. Also, there are other symbols which describe other features. So here, I would like also to refer to the everyday and matters related to everyday life and practicalities, which you can find on the website. So you can also find funding sources which are available for researchers in Ireland. So look at that and see what is available especially for research programs, for experienced researchers. You can find information on taxation, salaries, pension rights, and accommodation, and also family and education matters, social security, and many more. So, for example, medical care is explained on this website. If you are coming from non-EU country, you can be concerned what happens with my medical rights to use hospitals or medical care. So all the information can be found on this website. So social security and welfare is also explained. What is needed, what I need, how to organize the things, how to sort out the things in Ireland and also in other countries if you are leaving Ireland for other countries. If you, for example, have a question regarding qualification, recognition of your qualifications, you can find the link to the NARIC website and refer to this website if you hold foreign qualification. and wish to have it recognized in Ireland. So our website, EURAXESS Ireland website and EURAXESS website in general is packed with practical information, and you can really find everything there. If the information you are looking for is not there, you can communicate with a live person like myself here in Ireland for really for tailored session, and we will try to resolve your problem and reply to all your concerns and queries. Yeah, another thing I would like to draw your attention to is the mentoring program EURAXESS is offering. So through our website, you can meet an experienced researcher which can mentor early stage researcher if you are an early stage researcher, a recent graduate. And it is obviously it is more for non-EU researchers in Europe. And you can find a mentor, a person who can help you in your career development in Europe. So there is a platform, you can upload your credentials, your CV, your interest, and a person who is actually experienced working in industry or elsewhere can communicate with you and guide you through various issues and questions you might have to establish yourself in Europe, in work market, in job market. So if you are a non-EU early stage career researcher, you can try to look at our mentoring program. And there is a little video on the website which explains you how it works. Everything is for free. I would like to draw your attention to the funding schemes, which are great for especially for very ambitious researchers. And the flagship funding scheme for doctoral education and postdoctoral education and training in Europe and in Ireland is obviously Maria Skłodowska-Curie Action. So I'm not the expert in this, but I work in tandem with Marie Curie Action expert here in the Irish Universities Association. So I'm presenting to you various websites where you can find the information. And here is the link and also the email address where you can ask any question in relation to the availability of this funding. Just in general, the Marie Skłodowska-Curie actions focus on doctoral networks. So you can find funding for your doctoral degree, for your doctoral project, our postdoctoral fellowships. It supports postdocs, giving fantastic conditions and very prestigious awards, and also other actions. So network offering a structured PhD is available from our Maria Skłodowska-Curie actions, and you can apply directly on the specific Innovate Training Network website, as the project is managed by the hosting institution. So outstanding innovative research and tailored training programs are offered. And all vacancies for the structured PhD funded by Maria Skłodowska-Curie actions are actually advertised on EURAXESS. So you can find all these jobs there. Obviously, there are requirements which need to be met. For example, fundamental mobility requirement. You cannot have been in the country in which the host organization is located, so your potential employer, for more than 12 months. So you need to leave, you need to go elsewhere. So mobility is central to this. For more experienced postdoctoral fellows, Maria Skłodowska-Curie Action has an offer as well. This is a fantastic option with training, career development, and also mobility aspect. So this fellowship, personal fellowship, supports a period of mobility for training and career development. And this is for experienced researchers with PhD. So you need to have a PhD to qualify for this. This is fully funded. You have salary, you have research cost covered, and this is really competitive and very, very prestigious. You can work in academia, so in university, for example, or also industry, so non-academic institution. The call is open. The call actually opens on 22nd of July this year, and the deadline is in October. I obviously sent you to the expert for more information, but just want to mention that there are two types of postdoctoral fellowships, like European postdoctoral fellowship, open to researchers of any nationality who are moving within Europe or coming to Europe from another part of the world to take, and take place in, this is taking place in EU member state. Also, there are global postdoctoral fellowships which found mobility of researchers outside Europe. So this is for those who want to leave Europe. And more European funding scheme is all jobs are uploaded and advertised via EURAXESS website and would be marked with this flag, European Union flag. And you can click and see 15 PhD scholarships can be absolutely, for example, available for you. It's, as I mentioned, prestigious and very competitive, but it's worth trying. Now let's go to the next stage, next chapter of my presentation. I would like to talk to you, to those of you who need information about working permissions in Ireland, because many people here in Ireland come from non-EU countries, and as you know, nobody can work here without a permission. So people from outside EU cannot work here in Ireland without a permission. An Irish immigration scheme and work permit scheme is particularly complicated. I don't want to go into details why is the case, but it is really complicated and not easy to follow. Anyway, because we want to make life easier, the Department of Jobs and now the Department of Higher and Further Education has a fantastic scheme, which is called Hosting Agreement Scheme, Fast Track Work Permit Scheme for non-EU researchers in Ireland, which is actually very simple to have. And EURAXESS Ireland manages this scheme. I am personally involved in managing the Hosting Agreement Scheme in Ireland. So this is a special fast track scheme, which has been in operation since 2004 in Ireland, and more than 5,000 researchers actually use this scheme to come here and work. And this is for employed researchers. The information about it, this scheme can be found on EURAXESS Ireland website. Just to show to you that, only people living in this green region can work in Ireland without any permission. Actually, also this map is not very updated, but it shows the situation. The other part of the world need visas to enter Ireland, and sometimes they need visas to enter, and they need permit to work. So that would be the red countries, and people living in blue marked countries, like for example America, Canada, or Australia, they don't need visas, so they can come in just buying a flight ticket, but they need permit to work, so they cannot work, they cannot stay in Ireland to work. So this is quite complicated, and every time you are leaving for another country, you need to consider, can I work without a permit? Do I need a work permit? What is really required from this perspective? So this is an Irish Hosting Agreement Scheme, which makes it easy for you to work, to those who need permission coming from non-EU countries. This is free for employers, free for universities, free for any institution, business institution, of various kind or industry who wants experts, qualified experts or researchers for their R&D sector. So this is a fast track immigration scheme. So visa is given quicker for hosting agreement holders. the employers can employ you straight away, any researchers, postdocs, or research assistants, for example, or people with master's degree. It doesn't need to be a researcher per se if you are working for business, for example, or for industry. So there is no labor market needs test, and you can be employed straight away. And what is very good about this scheme is the fact that after 24 months, you can actually stay in Ireland on stamp 4, and you will not need any permission to work anymore. So this is actually a very good to sort out a person quickly. After 24 months, you are free to work here. Also, if you have spouse and wife, husband, or children, they can travel with you, or they can join you at a later stage. And spouses can work in Ireland freely without any permission to work. So it's really beneficial. And spouses can work whenever they want, part-time, full-time, in any business. You having this hosting agreement scheme, you can be employed in university, you can work also for industry. You can also be a lecturer, so it's very flexible. If you don't like the job you have the permission for, you can move employer without any problems. You don't need to stay with your employer for a defined period of time, which is the case for work permit holders. What is also attractive is the fact that this scheme works for people who are on kind of low salaries. So it works for 23,000 per annum, or 30,000 if you are here with your family members, because it's also kind of dedicated to early stage career researchers who are not sometimes employed on higher salaries. What you also have in the package is the fact that EURAXESS Ireland can help you and assist you for free if you are using this scheme, or also if you are not using this scheme but you are a researcher in Ireland, you can also contact me for help and any question. So we work together very closely with immigration authorities and other authorities in Ireland. So we also make sure our service is very well designed for your needs. Also, which areas, this chart shows you which areas are very popular in Ireland. So which business and which research areas are actually looking for employees. This is IT and computer science. So 25% of hosting agreement holders or people from non-EU countries working in Ireland are actually working in IT and computer science. So there are jobs. This sector is employing. Also medicine and pharmacy, 24%, and engineering and technology. Most popular areas people can find jobs in. But it doesn't matter. I mean, you cannot find any job if you are in arts, humanities, physics, mathematics, or other sector. There are jobs as well, but these areas are kind of looking for more working force, and they are very popular because Ireland needs probably for some reasons experts like this. So EURAXESS Ireland is waiting for you. We have our help desk. We operate our services via emails, phone, LinkedIn, or in person. Hopefully, again, we will be able to meet you. And we are organizing events, workshops, and master classes. For example, currently we are organizing a cultural integration master class for free for researchers. And so it's good to stay in touch with you. And it's also possible for us to arrange a Zoom call with individual researchers, graduates, if you need any advice. Of testimonials we are receiving quite regularly. So here you can find contact details to EURAXESS Ireland, my email and my phone number. I am very happy to take questions if you have any. Thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you very much for that, Magdalena. That was really, really interesting. It's like, really good to, hear on a topic that we don't get, much information about. And you actually answered a lot of the questions we had as you were going along. But, we had one on, popular sectors and degree backgrounds and things like that. But one question that's popped up quite a bit is about, having a second language for these programs. Is it essential, or if it's not essential, how useful is it to have a second language?
You mentioned, I'm not sure, is it in relation to the European funding schemes?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, so obviously English is the language which is always required, but what is EURAXESS Ireland website and EURAXESS Jobs always explains what languages are required. So if you click into a particular job, you will have a special section, requirements for the language, and the job will specify if any other language is also needed for a particular job. But by my experience and practice shows that language is English is normally accepted, and people with English and good level of English can be actually very can find jobs without any problems.
Okay, that's really good, and all the information is there, as you said. And this is just one here is coming as well, which is about actually, funnily enough, Brexit and kind of research roles in the UK. Has that been affected by anything, or is roles in the UK with this program still available?
Yeah, so yes, this is a very common question actually, and I understand why people are concerned. But Brexit, there is an agreement which is longer than the fact that UK was part of the EU. So there is a special agreement which ensures that people with British passport can work in Ireland freely. So they don't need to worry, absolutely, because actually this agreement, which was signed years before the European joined, the European agreement for Ireland for Britain to join the EU is older. So they can move and they can work in Ireland. What is the story in relation to the spouses of British nationals is a different story, because if a spouse of a British national has a non-EU passport, obviously needs a permission to work in Ireland. So these questions are normally handled by case-by-case basis. And if you have a question like this, I am very happy to connect with you, to have a session, or you can send me a question and we can resolve it case-by-case basis. So there is always something which might be of concern, in relation to the Brexit.
Yeah, I think there's still so many questions surrounding that, especially from the Irish perspective as well. Just time to squeeze in one more question, Madeleine, if that's okay with you. And this one is just around timings. I think when it comes to graduate programs, people are used to applying for them in September, October. That's the busiest time. But for roles relating to EURAXESS, are they do they fluctuate, or are they kind of at a steady level all year round?
You mean the level of offers?
Yeah.
Yeah, obviously it depends. Sometimes there are certain periods of the year which are busier than the others, so you need to stay alerted. But if you are looking for a job, especially in research, it's good to start working, looking for the job very very early. So if you want to be employed in September, for example, this year, you should have started in as early as November, December, and for example, for Marie Curie offers, for the European funded offers, the good time of looking for them would be in February, March. I'm not sure how the pandemic situation actually affected the calls. It might be a little problem with the time, but there are obviously certain times of the year which are more busier than the other, and you need to look for it in advance, really look in advance and see what offers are there. And it's good to monitor EURAXESS website very often, because sometimes the offers come at the very last moment, which you can find something. but you looking for a job takes time. This is the recruitment process, which takes time. You need to wait for the reply, and then there is an interview. It takes months. So.
Yeah, it's a long old process. So look, sorry I couldn't get to all the questions. We've just run out of time, but thank you so much for your time, Magdalena. Myself and all the people watching really do appreciate it.